Hi guys, Robert J. E. Simpson here once again. Thank you very much for stopping by onto the vlog today. This week is Mental Health Awareness Week, and I just want to take a little time every day this week in my vlogs to address an issue around mental health and mental health awareness. It's something that's very, very important to me. I've gone through my own battles over the years, and those of you who've stuck with me are more than a little bit aware about it. I'm quite public about my own issues. A lot of them are around things like depression. I have gone through a couple of mental breakdowns. I still get panic attacks. I've got aspects of social anxiety, all these little things that I know I acknowledge about myself. But whenever I first started being public about this stuff, there were people around me in my life who would rather that I didn't say anything. I, at one stage, was in a horrible domestic situation where my abusive partner was not very supportive at all, and that's a whole other conversation. I had people around me who were concerned that when I started talking about this, that other people would regard me in some ways as mad, as unstable, and that it would jeopardize my work prospects amongst anything else. And so there is this stigma that is often built up around having a mental health issue or experience. And I think the thing that I want to say to people today is that you shouldn't be ashamed, that there's no shame in going through something like this, in having a mental health condition, and speaking about it. You should be quite free to talk about it. Whether you're medicated or unmedicated, whether your medication is through tablets or you use natural health remedies, or like me, you believe in talking therapy. For me, talking has been a big part of what keeps me sane. But it's never, it's one of those things. I mean, yeah, yes, some of these conditions are illnesses. They are long term. There is no easy fix for them. They can flare up. They can be unpredictable. But it doesn't mean that we should be trying to hide behind it. It doesn't mean that our friends and our employers need to be worried about us necessarily. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of extra support there. But we are perfectly capable of functioning as human beings for the most part. And I think it's something else. I think we're increasingly aware that the vast majority of the population go through a mental health experience at some stage. Although acknowledging it as such, naming it as such, and actually standing up there and saying that this is what I have, this is what I've gone through, frightens a lot of people even today. You look at the way that stuff is written about in the press, there are still stigmas around some of these things. For all the love and adoration that certain celebrities get, one minute, the next minute, the same tabloid press, usually the tabloids, are taking snipes at them. So it's very, very unpredictable. People are unpredictable in themselves, and that doesn't make living with these sort of conditions any easier. But it is really important to say that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to have these things. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to not be able to negotiate certain circumstances unless you have extra support there. And you should never be ashamed, never be afraid for having something. I've said this before on the vlogs, but I think at the moment with what's been going on with this pandemic, that we've been living through, with the unique living experiences that many of us are having, I think many of us are far more open. I think many more people are aware that mental health conditions are an actual thing. And I also think that quite probably there are many, many more people out there who are coming to finally acknowledge and understand what it's like for the rest of us, how it is that we function on a day-to-day basis, and how actually these things are not, they're not something that should be hidden. For me, I think hiding stuff away was detrimental to my mental health. I used to bury a lot of what was going on. I wouldn't talk about it to certain people. I wouldn't go into detail, and it just ended up making things far more complicated. So I think it's much more positive to just be open, to be upfront, and to be engaged, and to not be ashamed. And that's something I hope that everyone can do. I'm going to follow this up with some further thoughts during the week. You know where to find me. I'm on social media. Across everything is Robert J. E. Simpson. On Wednesday night I'm going to do a live feed over on my Facebook. That's on the 20th of May at 10 p.m. UK time. I'll be doing a little live feed on Facebook, and we'll try and focus on some mental health issues then. And also this week on Thursday night, we've got the Tony Slattery documentary on BBC Two, which I would encourage everybody to tune in and watch. And if you're getting this before this evening, in fact, even if you're getting it after this evening, there is a really good documentary as well on the iPlayer about being Gail Porter. So Gail Porter's own experiences with her own mental health struggles, and for me it was really inspirational, really useful, and I learned a lot from watching it. So I encourage you to dig that out as well. So dig out the Gail Porter documentary right away. So, and then watch the Tony Slattery documentary. Both those things for me have been hugely important. And I'll talk more about Slattery probably on Friday. All right, guys. Until the next time. Bye bye.